What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. On the screen is the team we are taking into the final 10 games. We are currently 27-3. Our best ever run, of course, was 34 wins, and at one point we were 30-3 in that 34 wins. We do get to a point again in this run when we are 30-3. So can we overcome the nerves? Can I not collapse this time? And can we get ourselves into the top 100 for the first time ever on the road to glory to finish? I would require at minimum 36 wins, but 37 wins would guarantee it. But 36 wins would then depend on my skill points as to whether or not I got in it or not. I'll leave you guys to watch it. Now, this episode and the last two episodes were all recorded pretty much the same time. So all the comments are coming from a video 4 episodes ago. I'm basically going to try and bang these out as quick as possible. You should be seeing 2 on Tuesday, which will be this, and then 1 on Wednesday, which will be some live stuff, and then the Thursday potentially the rewards, maybe Friday for the rewards if I stream or not. But I don't know what I want to do with streams, because when I stream, I want to stream on the Road to Glory account, showing people the club, what I do, how I do it, playing games. But as discussed before, I don't particularly like the quality of the stream. Like, I feel like it's a bit washed out and not the best. Somebody said you could use OBS and it records to a different file. I have everything I have set up on XSplit, so for me to do that, I just have to set up OBS, which might take me a while to do because I don't use OBS. I don't understand how it works. But with that being said, I want to, like I said in a couple episodes ago, I want to start doing this live. I want to be more interactive with you guys. And whilst I do enjoy the Q&A session of this, you know, taking the comments and talking about relevant things within the community and within the game, I do also want to talk about the account and show you where my head's at times, rather than just be like, oh, here's some more stuff, watch this, you know. So yeah, hopefully we can find a good balance in the next few days and do what we need to do. Now, in this game, as you can see, I conceded in the 90th minute to go 2-1 down, but fear not. The FIFA gods were on my side. I gave up possession here as well. There was only 3 minutes of injury time. I stole the ball back with my fresh Insigne, who's got the pace to beat his tired Fernandinho. Gets in behind, and there is Eden Hazard to turn it into the back of the net and take this to, I think, only my second penalty shootout, I believe. We won the first one in the last episode, actually, and this is only the second penalty shootout. And the first comment is from Jan Nawak. Says, FUT CHAMPS gameplay, not like that's in every single episode, ... referring to 4 episodes ago where it was called FUT CHAMPS gameplay. Actually, Jan, first of all, like, and I say this like as a friendly gesture, not as a hate-filled comment or not as a negative kind of connotation. If you don't enjoy my content, like, please don't watch it. Like, I don't want people to waste their time watching my content when there is plenty of other content out there for you to watch. But actually, the last few weeks specifically, there's been a lot of other gameplay. I've hit 6 Division 1 runs, 4 Cup runs, some SBCs. Like, there has been a lot more than just FUT CHAMPS gameplay on this channel recently. So I was quite surprised when somebody said that it's just FUT CHAMPS gameplay and they got some thumbs up. You know, obviously every weekend I play 40 FUT CHAMPS games. I've got to put them on YouTube somewhere. I know Nick doesn't show all of his games. I could quite easily not show all of my games, but I enjoy showing them. I enjoy editing them and watching them back and showing exactly how it works. Trump Sport says, Nep, do you think that an exact replica of your team without the special cards and all the normal cards would play well? Yes, I do. There are certain players that I would take out at that point. For example, you know, right now I have the blue Fernandinho at centre mid. Instead of using the regular Fernandinho, I would probably go ahead and... by the way, that guy was a competitive FIFA player that I beat there. He was very, very good. It was tough game. Yeah, I would... what would I do? I would put Kante back in, the regular Kante over the regular Fernandinho. Like, the team I have with normal cards would play well, to answer your question. I would end up making some changes. Like, instead of playing with the normal Reed, I would put Eric Bailly back in there. Instead of playing with the normal Chadley, I would probably go with a different midfielder there. I'd probably go like the Player of the Month, Costa or something. So there are changes I would make, but if you wanted to emulate this team specifically, but you can't get some of the SBC cards now because you missed out, yes, it would still play very, very well, in my opinion. Jack Hamlott says, hey Net, momentum is in the game. I disagree. 4 times in the weekend league, I've had an even game with someone. it takes until the 60th minute to score, and then all of a sudden I score, and then I score like 5 goals in 20 minutes. Bear in mind this has happened 4 times in only 20 matches, which is the amount I can play. That is absolutely no proof of momentum. Again, I try and look at this like objectively and try and like be reasonable with my opinions on why that might have happened. And what you're saying is that after the 60th minute, all of a sudden you start banging in the goals. Could it not occur to you that you made a change? Maybe you made a sub, maybe you made a change in tactics, or your opponent has players with low fitness, low stamina, or came into the game with low stamina, and that's the point in the game where people start to buckle. You'll see me always make my subs between the 60th and 70th minute, because that is when they seem to be most effective, and when the players that I've started with seem to tire at the, to an extremity where it's like, holy crap, this guy needs to come off the field. For me, in my opinion, it's not momentum that causes that. It's simply the things that happen in the game that cause that. You score 1 goal in the 60th minute, all of a sudden your opponent's only got 30 minutes to get back into the game. So he goes attacking. He's got low stamina players. He loses his cool. You end up getting a 2nd goal. He goes ultra attacking. You get a 3rd goal. He breaks down. He completely falls apart. And you pop 4 or 5 goals past him. It's not unreasonable to assume that could happen in 4 games, 5 games in 20 games. It's not unreasonable to assume that could happen 10 times in 20 games, because that's just how the general mentality of the FIFA player is, isn't it? You go behind, you start losing your cool, losing the plot, and it goes on from there. I don't believe that is proof of momentum or anything like that. And like I mentioned in the last video, I get so many tweets of people being like, explain this then. And they show me a screenshot of a game where they basically just fluffed their lines. And it's like no explanation I give you will help you believe that there is no scripting a handicap. You have to like essentially want to believe and understand that it's not there so you can improve your game. If you want to believe it is there so that you've got excuses for your losses, feel free. I'm not saying you don't want to believe that. For all I know, I could well be wrong. There may be something in there. I just don't believe it exists. I personally don't believe it, and I don't believe that off the back of tens of thousands of games of FIFA over my life and already 1,000 or more games of FIFA 17. I can tell in my head and in my knowledge of the game that it doesn't exist. But as I say, if you need to believe that, but even if EA came out and said it does exist, people would be like, I knew it. And if EA come out and say it doesn't exist, people would be like, I don't believe you. So it doesn't even matter what EA say. And on that note, it doesn't matter what I say. If I say to you, the reason why you lost the game where you had an incredible amount of chances is because maybe you got a bit unlucky with some of the shots where, auto lunge tackles saved your opponent or superstar save saved your opponent, but you also probably had some shots where you made the wrong decision, you made the wrong shot choice, or you shot against a packed box, or you hit the wrong button, you didn't do a low driven, you tried a finesse, like you hit a free kick instead of passing off and taking a shot. There are many reasons why your games could have gone wrong. Now, as you can see, guys, we are 30 wins and 3 losses, and we came up against this guy, Mr. Phantasmo. I believe he's a streamer or a YouTuber. I recognize his name. He's got an incredible squad, and this is one of those games where, for me, it was a game close enough that I could have won this game, but this was just a bad luck game. When you have bad luck and you come up against a good opponent, it is a recipe for disaster, and that's what happened in this game for me. First goal was a cross. Willian wins the header. That's quite unlucky in itself. I've got 2 beast centre-backs that should be winning headers like that. The next goal I concede, generally bad defending, but super unlucky. Tackle him, ball bobbles about, literally Willian stabs a foot out, and the way he lunges there, how he gets a perfect shot, and my defender Bellerin backs away from it. That's just unlucky, right, to go 2-0 down. Now I'm in trouble because I'm 2-0 down against a really good player. Could be worse, couldn't be worse. How the hell Patrick Kluivert just runs past, I don't know. My defender just wasn't registering that the game was about. I get a good save on the ball again, and lo and behold, his keeper, my keeper made a save and his player's there to rebound. I left that in. I didn't think that was a foul. I literally eased across in front of him. The referee gave a free kick. He pops a free kick into the box, and Kyle Walker is there again ahead of my defender. So now I find myself 4-0 down, and let me make this perfectly clear again. This guy that I'm playing is a fantastic FIFA player. He is very, very good. Very good. However, most of the goals, at least 2 of the goals I conceded, there was an element of genuine unfortunate luck on my side that could have seen me 2-0 down instead of 4-0 down. I played my normal game. I talked about this in the last episode. I kept myself calm. I kept myself chilled. I kept playing my normal game. I tried to get back into the game. And ultimately, I did get back into the game. I made it 4-2 with 6 minutes left. At this point is my biggest problem. I went all out attack to try and get back into the game. And in the 90th minute, he puts in a corner, near post header. They are genuinely undefendable. I can't defend that. And that, again, comes from just lots of practice and understanding the game mechanics. You can see here my defense is caught flat-footed. I've got way loads of players up the field because I'm playing like all-out attack to try and get back into the game. I get super unlucky again, make the save off the crossbar, comes to his hand. On another day, I would have lost that 3-2 or would have managed to pull myself back to 2-2. But on this occasion, a good player with good fortune against a good player with bad fortune, the scoreline comes out at 6-2. And it was just unlucky, and I can't be mad at that. Like, I played a decent, solid game. I tried to get back into the game. I tried my hardest to do what I could to find the goals. But ultimately, I came up short because of a bad run of events. And although I did concede some goals that were unfortunate and could be considered E8s, what you would see in the lead up to those goals is poor gameplay. How did I give the ball away? Why did I give the ball away in a bad area? Like, you'll see the match stats, quite even. I had a lot of long shots. He had a lot of shots. He probably could have scored more goals. But yeah, overall, that was a bad game. And I only know that was a bad game from me and a lucky game or an unlucky game in certain instances from him after the fact. During that game, I got very, very tilted. And I should have just stopped for a half hour. But time was running out. I didn't want to be playing into the early hours of the morning. I had 9 games left. And I wanted to redeem myself instantly. So I went straight into another game. Tilted, heated, playing terribly, under the guise that the whole world is out to get me, and end up conceding yet another unlucky rebound goal. How's that? He probably should have scored with Arjen Robben anyway, but the rebound fell to Marco Reus. I was playing good FIFA in this game, and this was a game where I ended up losing the game, not because my opponent was better than me, because he was an okay player, like you'll see by the match stats at the end. You know, I think this was another game where it was actually a relatively even game, and I think he had just a whole bunch of long shots. But I lost this game because me playing on tilt has cost me. That's actually a fantastic goal. Like, looking back on that goal, that is a brilliant goal. That is a great goal. No qualms about that. But I think the problem was not the fact that he scored a nice goal. It was the fact that you'll see his Lloris made 12 saves, and my shots were from all inside the area. So this was a game that I lost because I was playing on tilt. Look, I'm the blue dots. Crazy amounts of great shots, all from good areas, and his keeper made 12 saves. So if I would have gone and taken a half-hour break away from FIFA, reset my mindset, got back into the game, and come back and sat down and played that same game again, I would have smashed that guy. I would have put 4, 5, 6 goals past him. Would have been dead and buried. I would have been on 30 wins. I would have been on 31 wins. I would have been 31-4, and I would have been in great shape. As it is, I've started to collapse. I did this 5 weeks ago when I managed to get 34 wins. I got to 30-3, and then I was 30-5. This time, I got to 30-3. Now I'm 30-5. I've let myself down because of one loss that I deserved to take, because I got just, you know, he was a great player, that guy. Mr. Phantasmo, he was a great player. Yes, he got a little bit of fortune on his side, but he was a great player. I deserved the loss, no question about it. But because I let my emotions dictate the way I was playing the game, I went into the next game angry, and it just completely changed my luck. You know, I started taking shots that I shouldn't have taken. I started doing things that I shouldn't have done. I said to you guys, decision making is so important. There was occasions in that game where I should have won the game. In my opinion, I should have won the game. You guys may have a different opinion, but I should have won the game. But there was an occasion where I got clean through on goal, and instead of just having a shot that I would normally have, I tried to cut it across goal when there wasn't an option there, because I was looking for the easy goal. You know, I was sitting there thinking, God damn, I need a tap in to score, so let me try and cut it across, and there was no one there. So the driven shot would have been the better choice. I made really poor decisions that ultimately helped aid my own downfall. You know, at this point, what are we? We're 30-5. I can still get 35 wins, which wouldn't have been enough to get top 100, but Elite 1 is fantastic. An extra inform pack, an extra 100k pack, they would be very important to the series, especially with Team of the Year coming around. I want to get as many coins as possible. We end up scoring an absolute banger there with Theo Walcott to go 2-1 to the good. And I believe that was how that game finished. So we get a nice win back on the board. We go 31-5. No problem at all. We just need 3 wins out of 4 games to be able to get ourselves Elite 1. I'll let you guys watch those as we go into another comment. Samir Riaz says, hey Nep, what's the difference between buying a fresh card or a card that has played over 100 games? The difference is absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. A lot of people overpay for cards that have 000 on them because they're called fresh cards. People like a card to have only their stats. It's not that relevant now in FIFA. I don't know why people still do it. It was more relevant as we came up against a YG Firmino 11, who I've actually played before on FUT Champs, and I think I beat him last time I played him. But he's an incredible player. He's got an incredible team. And this was another game where, unfortunately, a game against a good opponent with a little bit of misfortune and bad play my way has ultimately cost me. We'll talk about this game in a second. But back in FIFA from, I think, FIFA 15 and prior, there never used to be a tab that had your club and old club for games and goals and stuff. It literally just used to be all bundled into one. So people used to try and buy fresh cards to know exactly what their stats were. Now you can know exactly what your stats are because it tells you exactly your stats even with all the total stats. So there's no difference in buying a fresh card compared to buying a used card. You might pay a little bit extra for the fresh card. It doesn't play better. It doesn't play different. But this game again, guys, this was a game where I went 2-1 up. It was a tough game. My opponent held not so much possession. He was allowing the AI to defend for him, which if you're a competent player and you know how to abuse letting the AI defend for you, it's really difficult to get goals. So I was biding my time with my possession. He ends up scoring a goal with Ronaldo. I really think De Gea should have done better there. I know the low drivens are OP, but he hit that one off of a skill move with his weak foot, with his back to goal. Like it's a shot that I should be saving. I don't know why I made that slide tackle. When I was editing this video back, I was trying to look at the bar to see if I'd actually pressed the power bar to make that slide tackle. I don't think I did. If I did make that tackle, I don't know why I did. It ended up costing me the game. Interestingly, even though I just won the game prior, I was still playing so angry right here because of that first game that I lost where I deserved to lose. I was letting my emotions get the better of me. I went 4-2 down after being 1-0 up and 2-1 up. That again comes down to my decision making. I'm playing against an elite tier player. I go 2-1 up with 20 minutes to go, and what did I do? Nothing. Why? Why didn't I pause it, change formations, bring some players on? You can see I dominated possession. I didn't have many chances because he didn't allow me to have many chances, and he got all of his chances after he went 3-2 up. If I showed you the match stats at 2-2, I think it was 2 shots, 2 goals for him, 3 shots, 2 goals for me, and me dominating possession. Ultimately, once again, I end up buckling. I end up absolutely falling apart. And I showed that I've fallen apart here because I scored in the 66th minute. He then equalised in the 74th minute, then scored in 78, 82 and 85. What is that? That is me being angry at an opponent 4 games earlier. 4 games earlier. I was sitting there thinking, I'm losing my shit. I'm buckling this incredible run that I've had because of one performance. And it's still affecting me 4 games later. So after this game, I went and I took 20 minutes. I was like, you know what, I've got 3 games left. I need to win all 3 games. Otherwise, I'm not going to get Elite 1. I can't not get Elite 1 this year. You know, I've played really good FIFA today. This weekend, I was 30 wins and 3 losses. I was 19-1. And I ended up 33-7. So I went 14-6 in my last 20 games. That is horrendous. I should be getting at least 16 wins. All I had to do was go 15-5 in my last 20 games and I would have got it. We go into a next game, as I said, I went and got myself collected. I went and just calmed down, went and just walked away from my console for 20 minutes. I ended up getting myself a goal. I don't know, he paused it when he had possession of the ball in his box on a deflected ball. I don't know why he paused it there, but he paused it. I end up stealing the ball straight away. I end up going 2-0 up in this game quite easily. Again, another defensive mistake from him. Look, you'll see here, he just passes it out. Doesn't know where he's aiming it. A blind pass. I end up getting the ball. Lucky deflection to Son. Chadley into Hazard. Hazard gets, again, a little bit lucky there. I don't know what's going on here, but everything's favouring me. Chadley eventually puts the ball in the back of the net. We go 2-0 up. I'm comfortable now. Right, we're going to go to Elite 2. We're going to get 32 wins guaranteed. All that gives me is an extra 30,000 coins. It's not like massive. I need the extra packs. I need the extra 100k pack. I need the extra 25k coins. I need the extra inform pack, especially knowing that the Team of the Week on Wednesday is going to be stacked full of BPL players because it's only been BPL gameplay this weekend in real life. I need that double inform pack. So we end up getting a nice easy rage quit. 27 minutes in, 3-0. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Swift win, no pressure, no stress. We move on to the next game. What can we do in the next game? We come up against and you can see here, like I dominated that game. I did get fortunate in a couple of the games, but I dominated it in general. You'll see for the next opponent, we come up against pretty standard BPL team. It's all I really see these days. I think of the 40 games we played, I came up against, I say 36 BPL teams. Like, they're so overpowered, they're cheap for what they are, like they're really strong, really good. And again, I came into this one just feeling good. Great shot there from Fernandinho, 1-0 early on. Can't ask for more than that. I feel confident when I go in the lead usually. I know I've thrown away a couple of leads in this weekend league over time. But Bellerin here gets it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho into Eden Hazard. Beautiful little fake shot through the defence. Fantastic goal. Brilliant finish. 2-0 is the score after 10 minutes. We end up going and getting a third goal in this game as well, I believe. Eden Hazard dodges, dips, turns around, goes to Emre Can, to Fernandinho, bangs another long shot, and we go 3-0 up in this game. And this guy decided to quit at half-time. He stayed it out to the half. I think he was going to see if he could get back into it. He couldn't. So we go and find ourselves now on 33 wins. One game left. One game that will decide our fate. Can we keep up the good work and get 34 wins and get Elite 1 for the second time? Or are we going to bottle it as we have done over these past few games? And we come up against a jackpot team. These are teams that are considered just jackpot. I tweeted out, a lot of people said this is an overpowered team, and whilst it is, I know a lot of these players because I've used a lot of these players. He has low stamina on these players, low strength on quite a lot of these players. He's got, in my opinion, the wrong chem styles in certain areas on this team, and this game started great. And you know what was the weirdest thing about this game? This guy was playing angry. I could feel it. I could feel him playing angry. He was playing ultra attacking from kickoff that allowed me opportunities like this where I could just run through his whole team and score a goal. I ended up scoring with Eden Hazard to make it 1-0. I was cruising in this game. He was sliding all over the place. Slide tackles, left, right and centre, trying to get the ball off me. You know, he was playing like aggressive FIFA. He was angry. I don't know what had happened in his previous game or games. He was playing angry. He got one lucky break in midfield. He gets the ball here with Sterling. I defend it perfectly, and look at that. How, like, that is just unbelievable bad luck. The game went on and on. I got a counter-attack. Now here, I tried to pass this to the midfield that's behind. The game tried to pass it to the left attacking midfielder or the left winger. I give up possession in the 90th minute. He goes clean through. I thought I should get the ball there. I don't know how. His Ross Barkley, I tell you how he won that ball. His Ross Barkley is fresh legs, is a substitute. He ends up getting super goddamn lucky again. Scores a 90th minute winner to win the game. Now the match stats are actually quite even on this one, and I explain why. And I've explained why in like many times before with how the game changes and is affected by the balance of play. Because he was ultra attacking, he put so much pressure on my team. He stole the ball back a lot, and he was trying a lot of long shots. As I said, he was playing angry. I could feel it, and in my mindset, I was like, okay, I have won this game. This game is me. Especially when I went 1-0 up. I was like, I'm just going to keep picking this guy off on the counter. He got the one lucky break. He managed to hang on for dear life the whole game. And I know the match stats would suggest otherwise. It's a match that I would have loved to have like played live or shown the whole footage of. But because of the way it was playing, it was getting him the ball back a lot. And as I say, he was taking like a lot of dumb long shots. And then one mistake from me in the 90th minute allows him in to score a goal. And that was that. I bottled it, guys. I went from 30-3 to 33-7. I lost 4 of my final 7 games, and I lost them because I played on tilt. And that is what I said in the previous episode. You need to learn, and I still got a long way to go to learn it myself, a way to play the game where even when I lose, I don't let it affect me at all. Because the next guy that I play doesn't know that I've just been through that, doesn't know that I've just lost a game deservedly or undeservedly, doesn't know that I'm angry. I need to keep myself cool and keep my calm. If I can do that, I can get 34 wins a week, every single week. I've got a team that is capable of playing to that level. It's about now whether I can keep my composure and play to that level. This is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.